Hi, folks. I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. It is Wednesday, November 13th, 2024. It's raining here today. I had to order more peanuts for the squirrels. Yeah, I ran out. It's raining today. I don't have any videos of it today, but yesterday, the squirrels, I guess they got impatient for me to feed them, and they actually chewed a hole into the bucket that I keep their food in. I have both peanuts out of the shell, raw peanuts, and in the shell. And the bucket, which you'll see here with the hole in the top, is the one that they chewed their way into and pretty well emptied it out. One of my squirrels is getting pretty fat, which is good. Yeah, putting on that extra layer of fat for the winter. Yeah, the 1 bags of peanuts that I ordered won't arrive until Friday, so I'm hoping the other peanuts will be enough for them. Yeah, luckily I have another bucket. I don't know how long that bucket's going to last before they figure out how to chew their way into it. I'm surprised because it's a heavy-duty plastic bucket that previously held cat litter. Many of you might have heard about the FEMA employee, which was giving instructions to relief workers that were going around to assess homes from Hurricane Milton's damage not to go to homes with Trump signs. Well, now she has been fired, and she says the instructions to skip Trump homes is not an isolated case. I think we all knew that. Just another example of the government weaponizing against people who need help. Yeah, it makes me mad. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, the supervisor, was fired for instructing subordinates to skip over houses with Trump signs and banners. Now says her actions were consistent with agency's guidance and were not isolated to her team alone. The supervisor, Marnie Washington, was fired by FEMA after outrage erupted that she had instructed disaster relief workers canvassing Lake Placid, Florida, after Hurricane Milton to avoid homes advertising Trump. Speaking on an episode of the Roland Martin Unfiltered podcast Monday, Washington said her instructions compiled with FEMA protocol to avoid homes determined to be hostile or dangerous to workers. She said that they all alleged that these actions were made on my own reconnaissances and that it was for my own political advances. However, if you look at the record, there is what we call a community trend. And unfortunately, it just so happened that the political hostility that was encountered by my team, they just so happened to have Trump campaign signs, said Washington. That was just more of the BS that was being pushed by mainstream media. Yeah, and of course, Obama and Biden, that whole Washington team that was saying that Trump supporters were violent, racist, etc. And it turns out that, yeah, those in Washington actually were, and also with FEMA. Trump supporters are not rioting and burning down cities like so many other groups of people have done. In contrast to FEMA's assertion the incident was isolated, supposedly, Washington said there were similar avoidance protocols in places not only in Florida, but also in North Carolina. The Daily Wire first reported that government employees told the outlet that at least 20 homes with Trump signs or flags were bypassed from the end of October into November. Due to best practices guidance from Washington, the houses were skipped over by the workers who wrote messages such as Trump sign, no entry per leadership in a government system per the outlet. On Saturday, FEMA's Administrator on Employees Misconduct, Deanne Criswell, confirmed to Fox News Digital that Washington had been fired and called for her actions reprehensible and a clear violation of FEMA core values and principles to help people regardless of political affiliation. You know, they do have laws about discriminating against people because of religious or color. And yeah, I don't care what kind of BS they say. This was pushed from the top. That's my opinion. The spokesperson said the employee who issued this guidance had no authority and was given no direction to tell teams to avoid these homes. And we are reaching out to the people who may have not been reached as a result of the incident. I bet you they won't. It's all BS. The other woman already admitted that North Carolina also did the same thing. Washington claimed that her instructions were given after team members had been verbally and physically threatened by hurricane victims with signs in support of the former president. She said her instructions followed FEMA's avoidance and de-escalation policy. She went on to say that senior leadership will lie to you and tell you that they do not know. But if you ask the DSA, Disaster Survivor Assistance, team crews, and specialists what they are experiencing in the field, they will tell you, she said. FEMA always preaches avoidance first and then de-escalation. So this is not isolated. This is a colossal event of avoidance, not just in the state of Florida, but you will find avoidance in the Carolinas. Last week, Republican Representative James Comer, chair of the House Committee on Oversight and Accountability, called for a hearing on the incident to be held on November 19th. Washington said she would welcome an investigation by the Republicans in Congress. We all know how slow Congress and the Senate move, so they're just going to put this off until it's out of the news cycle, which it probably already has started, and people just give up. You know, that $750 that was given to Hurricane Helene, it wasn't a gift. They have to repay that $750. But yet we got millions upon millions of dollars to give to other foreign countries. And thousands upon thousands of dollars to illegals that have entered our country. So what are your thoughts? Are you one of these people that was bypassed there in Florida or North Carolina, South Carolina, etc.? Yeah, we know that they tried to get private citizen aid out to these people. They put up roadblocks and confiscated the goods that were sent in by so many people who were trying to help around the country. Yeah, what experience have you had with that? Please put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.